Anyway, it must have been, what, just after 9 o'clock. I'm out taking a walk. I always take a walk after dinner. Guys gotta try to stay in shape, right? Anyway, I'm walking and I'm half a block down Wabash, south of Fremont, when I hear this sound, like a car backfiring. Bang, bang, bang! 3 times, like that. And maybe half a second later, this lady runs down a driveway. She's got a gun. What I do, I grab her. Lady's got a gun and I grab her. I mean, am I stupid or what? Anyway, she's kicking and yelling at me, and there's a guy lying dead in the driveway. And by this time, with all her yelling, the neighbors are coming out. I tell somebody, call the cops. We got a dead guy lying in the driveway. Anyway, that's it, end of story.
Mr. Rothstein, is the woman you saw that night present in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Will you point her out, please?
She's right there.
Let the record show that the witness has identified the defendant, Karen Howard.
I didn't kill him. Andrew and I were in love. We were supposed to get married next month.
Miss Howard, isn't it true that you and Andrew Larrabee had an argument the morning of the day he died?
We said some awful things. I went back there that night to apologize.
With a gun?
No. I swear he was dead when I got there. I saw the gun and I don't know why I picked it up. I just panicked, I guess, and...
You panicked because you shot him 3 times at point-blank range. That's why you ran.
No, that is not what happened.
We have a witness who's testified that's exactly what happened.
He's lying.
Lenny Rothstein, a total stranger to you and the victim, has already testified that's exactly what happened. He has no reason to lie. He's not on trial for murder. You are.
Mr. Foreman? Is the jury deadlocked?
That's right, Your Honor.
All of you feel hopelessly deadlocked, and no further deliberations or instructions will help you reach a final verdict? In that case, the court, on its own motion, declares a mistrial. The jury is excused, and the defendant's bail is reinstated, pending the prosecution's decision to retry this case. The court is adjourned.
What happened? What was the vote?
11 for conviction, 1 for acquittal.
Who was the holdout? Father. Do you know how much a murder trial costs the state? Thanks to you, we'll have to try Karen Howard all over again.
We don't have to retry the case.
Oh, yes, I do. And next time, I'll get a conviction.
She sure seemed guilty to me, Frank.
Well, I had a reasonable doubt, Steve.
I don't know. The DA showed motive, means, and opportunity.
He also left a few unanswered questions.
Like what?
Miss Howard, I'm Father Frank Dowling.
Father, I owe my freedom to you. At least for a while, anyway.
Well, I believe you to be innocent, but Lenny Rothstein's testimony was very damaging. Can you think of any reason why?
I have never seen that man or heard of him before that night in the driveway.
And your fiancé didn't know about it?
Not that I'm aware of.
I wonder if I could ask you to do me a favor. I'd like to see the place where your fiancé was murdered. All right, now. Lenny Rothstein says that he heard 3 shots, and a moment later, Karen Howard came running toward him, gun in hand.
They struggled. A neighbor heard Karen Howard start to yell, and then Lenny Rothstein told the neighbor to call the cops.
But, Steve, that doesn't make any sense.
Why not, Frank?
Well, how could a neighbor hear Karen yelling in her struggle with Rothstein and not hear the 3 shots that killed Andrew Larrabee?
How do you know he didn't hear 3 shots?
Because if he had, the district attorney would have subpoenaed the neighbor to testify. He didn't. And her attorney should have, and he didn't.
Okay, I hate to play devil's advocate.
No, go ahead.
All right. Maybe the neighbor was watching television when the shots were fired, you know? Maybe he turned it off just when Karen Howard started to yell.
Maybe. And maybe the killer shot Andrew inside the house, dragged the body out here, and when Karen found him, she panicked.
But Lenny Rothstein heard 3 shots.
So he says. Steve, I'm telling you, if the district attorney retries his case with Rothstein's testimony, he's going to get a conviction. Come on. Karen, in case I want to reach you, could I have your phone number?
Of course. But why?
Well, I think Lenny Rothstein perjured himself, and I want to look into this further.
Father, that's very kind of you. But I don't know what you can do.
I don't know yet either. Come on, we'll drive you home.
Frank.
Huh?
Rothstein was just a guy taking a walk. He's a perfect stranger. Why would he lie?
That's what I'm going to find out, Steve.
This is the address Lenny Rothstein gave the court?
Rothstein owns that bookstore, and he's got an apartment upstairs.
Wait here, Frank. I'm gonna check out the store.
Steve. Steve, not alone.
Yes, alone, Frank. Lenny Rothstein saw you in court, right? Now, if he's got something to hide, and I'm not saying he does, he's not gonna give himself away with you there.
Well, don't tell me you're beginning to have a reasonable doubt.
Let's just say that Lenny Rothstein doesn't strike me as the metaphysical type. How do I look?
You look like you're going to read tea leaves.
You're going to meet a tall, balding man named Prestwick who wants lunch.
Mr. Rothstein, this store is a disgrace. Books unshelved, dusty crystals. My pyramids. Surely you know that an upside-down pyramid attracts negative energy.
What?
Bad karma, Mr. Rothstein. When you begged me to sell this store for an outrageous amount of money, you promised to maintain not only my stock, but my vision.
You weren't complaining when you cashed my check.
Well, at least take my name off the door. If people are going to talk, let them talk about you and not me.
People are talking?
Of course. Well, you canceled my ESP classes. You won't answer the simplest astrological question. You fired my palm reader, and your essential oils have turned rancid. I have former clients call me at home, demanding to know what's going on down here.
Well, it is kind of crummy.
Please, hire a clerk. I sold, you bought. Your karma is mine. Those on the astral plane will not tolerate neglect. And neither will the local Merchants Association.
Merchants Association.
They're ready to file a complaint. You're trashing the neighborhood. When's your birthday?
March 13th. Why?
It's no wonder. You are a negative Pisces. But there's hope. Hire a Virgo before it's too late.
Hi. Hi, I'm Crystal. Hi. Okay, I woke up this morning with this premonition that I should, come here, you know? See, I'm a triple Virgo, and from the looks of your aura, you need some major help.
My what?
Your aura. I read auras. I learned how to do that in India. My father was in diplomatic service there. Anyway, I also read palms, and occasionally, feet. I go where my spirit guides tell me, okay? Which is why I am here. You totally need me.
I need you?
Yes. Yes, you do. Virgo, as you know, is like neat to a fault, right? Well, I am a cleaning freak, okay? I'm an organizing maniac. I'm also into
clean?
Tai Chi,
You're hired.
tarot, and astrology,
I said you're
numerology,
hired.
aromatherapy.
I said you're hired. Can't you take yes for an answer?
Well, an answer is only like flip side of a question, don't you think?
Start cleaning after lunch.
The last thing I'd start working after lunch, so I'm gonna go back to the convent.
Steve, I do not think that that is such a good idea.
Father Dowling, excellent. You're just in time.
In time for what, Phil? Marie, what's going on in
Yeah,
here?
it looks like moving day.
It's Father Prestwick's parish inventory.
Father Dowling, how many votive candles does St. Michael's Parish have in stock?
I have no idea, Phil.
72. Counted them this morning. Twice.
So?
So, it's something you should know, Frank. And after we've finished taking inventory, you will know. Here. With the bishop's consent, I have developed a computerized database for church stock inventory control. It will be the standard inventory system for every parish in the diocese.
Let me guess. You're going to make St. Michael's a test case.
You wanted to be first, Frank. Sort of out on the cutting edge of technology, so to speak. Now, every item of parish inventory has its own input box on these forms, from candles and incense to tableware and linens.
How long is this inventory gonna take?
Well, after we're done with the inventory for the church and we fill out all the boxes on these forms, run these forms through the diocesan computer and print out the results, I estimate less than 5 minutes, sister.
Ain't science wonderful?
Like, I really gotta go.
I don't like it, Steve.
Look, if Lenny Rothstein is just a sloppy shopkeeper who needs an assistant, then this is just a job, and I'm making a couple bucks for charity.
Yes, but what if I'm right? What if Rothstein is up to something?
Then we'll find out, won't we? Come on, Frank. Aren't you glad that I'm finally as suspicious of Rothstein as you are?
Excuse me?
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a book. Your Stars, Your Destiny by Jessica Prophet.
Well, we have it, but, what about this? What about the complete works of Edgar Casey? He's got a cure for, like, everything, including that bald spot.
What?
Or how about this? Babana Speaks. It's great. He's like this 4,000-year-old entity from the star system Icarus. He's channeled by a plumber from Cincinnati. He preaches love and recycling cans, that kind of thing.
Well,
I'll handle this. They're in the back. Why don't you come with me? It's been a pleasure.
Oh, mister, you forgot your book.
Never mind. He'll come back.
But his aura is like brown, okay? He's having transits and
Crystal,
oppositions.
please.
But he's a walking disharmony. Karma on the hoof.
Crystal, go dust the tarot cards and leave the business.
Hey, yo, Terry. Is this a small world or what? There I am next door getting grief over an old tax return. I come out, who do I see? My old buddy Terry. How you doing, man? How's it going?
I'm sorry. Do I know you?
Know me? It's Gator. Gator Malloy. Remember?
My name is Rothstein. I don't know you, and I don't know anyone named Terry. So if you'll excuse me, I have some work to do.
Oh, my mistake.
Excuse me. Do you have your Stars, Your Destiny by Jessica Prophet?
Well, so far, all we know is that Lenny Rothstein owns a bookstore and doesn't care if he ever sells a book.
He's got a friend he doesn't remember.
Dragon Art Studio.
That was the name on the back of the guy's vest, Frank.
What kind of an art studio you think that is?
You know, probably doesn't have the kind of stuff you'd find in a museum. Maybe I should go with you.
No. This man saw you in the bookstore. He may be reluctant to talk about Rothstein if you're along.
The guy's name was Gator, Frank.
Somehow, I'm not surprised.
Hey, we don't like browsers.
Oh, no. I'm looking for Gator.
You want a session with Gator?
Well, yes.
All right. Way to go, Father. He's in there. Gator, you got a new client.
What do you want, Father? And where do you want it?
That's beautiful.
Wow.
It's from a painting by this Italian guy named Tintoretto.
Uh-huh.
I had to redo the composition, though, to make it fit Larry's back.
My first husband, Mr. Sweeney, had a tattoo. He was in the Navy in World War II. He had a heart. Right here was a ribbon, and on the ribbon there was a name.
What name was it, Marie? Marie?
Anybody else want some cake?
No, thanks, man. We got to be going pretty soon. You sure I can't talk you into one of these, Father?
Oh, no. Thanks all the same, Gator. But I just don't think I'd be able to...
Stand the pain?
I was going to say take the time. But you do wonderful work.
Oh, thanks, Father. I owe it all to the rehab. That's where I learned my body art. They started me out on regular painting, but I wanted to work with something that breathes.
Is that where you met Lenny Rothstein?
If you mean Terry Beckert, yeah.
And what was Terry Beckert learning at the rehab center?
You got me, Father. I was into my own thing, you know.
Well, your friend Terry seems to be into his own thing, too. Only now it's under a phony name, you know?
Sister, you gotta understand. See, some ex-cons, they got a real rough go of it. See, he may have just changed his name to start with a clean slate.
And that's why he said he didn't recognize you?
Well, maybe. You gotta give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, well, this guy happens to be a witness in a murder case, you know? And we think he's lying under oath.
Well, I gotta admit, it wouldn't be the first time for Terry.
Gator, could you give me the address of the rehab center?
Oh, they're out of business. They closed it down, lack of funding.
Oh, that's too bad.
You're telling me.
I wanted to do some background on Terry Beckert.
I run into his old casework every now and then in the street. If I saw her, I could tell her to call you if you want.
Oh, I'd appreciate that. Gator, thanks for dropping by and showing us your work. Gentlemen, thanks for coming.
Thanks a lot.
Gator, would you happen to know why Lenny Rothstein, Terry Beckert, why he was sent to prison in the first place?
Yeah, doing 5 to 10 for bank robbery.
Bank robbery?
Hey, guys, don't rev your pipes going out of here. We don't want to disturb the neighbors.
Thanks for being so considerate. Good night.
Night, y'all.
Nice.
What do you think, Steve?
Nice bunch of guys.
You believe him when he said that Lenny Rothstein is going straight?
Frank, Lenny Rothstein is up to something, and it's not a clean slate.
Yeah, I agree with you. Why would he lie on the witness stand if he wasn't somehow involved with the Andrew Larrabee murder?
Why, indeed.
Yeah.
don't forget your book. Oh, we'll bill him.
Cool. Go with the flow.
Right. Look, I'm gonna go up and get a sandwich. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Hey! You do good work. Keep it up.
Thanks.
Your stars, your destiny? All right, this way.
Frank, look at this. It's a password.
What is?
3 or 4 times now, guys in suits have come in asking for this book.
Your Stars, Your Destiny by Jessica Prophet.
Yeah, real businessman's reading, right? And just when I'm about to make a sale, Lenny Rothstein will grab them and take them to the back room.
Well, what does that mean?
Okay, look. The bookstore is next to the bank. Lenny Rothstein is a bank robber, Frank.
You think he's putting a mob together to rob that bank?
Yes, I do. He's gonna need a wheelman, right? And they're gonna need a nitro jockey to blast their way in. Now, they're using this book like a password to introduce themselves.
Listen to this. In spiritual life as in real life, opportunities for growth and enrichment are everywhere.
Yeah, sometimes right next door.
Looks safe to me.
Not if you tunnel in from the outside.
Can I help you?
Oh, well, Sister Stephanie and I were just trying to reassure ourselves about the security of this bank.
Yeah, we just wanted to make sure before we moved the parish accounts.
Oh, you don't have to worry, sister. All the deposits are insured by the government.
What about theft, though? I mean, what if somebody wanted to rob the bank, like if they were trying to tunnel into a vault or something?
No chance of that. The walls of our vault are 6-inch high tensile steel set in 3 feet of concrete. If a thief tried to blast his way in, it'd have to use so much dynamite it'd bring the whole building down. Probably the entire block.
Thank you very much.
How large an amount are you planning to deposit?
Oh. Well, Sister, how much do we have in the parish contingency fund?
Well, Father, last time I checked, it was $83.
$83.
Well, that's just a start. After the bake sale, it could double. Bye-bye.
Hi. Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a book.
Your Stars, Your Destiny by Jessica Prophet, right?
That's right.
Read chapter 8, Your Soulmate and You. You'll love it. Mr. Rothstein? A gentleman here wants a copy of Your Stars, Your Destiny. Mr. Rothstein will help you. Do you mind if I, take off early today? I want to get a jump on the weekend.
It's Thursday.
Yeah, but Friday night traffic is such a drag, you know? Really.
He doesn't look like a bank robber.
Believe me, Frank, I can smell a rat, even a well-dressed one.
Steve, try not to break any more traffic laws than is absolutely necessary. Steve, we're in a red zone.
We're in a hurry, Frank.
Who the hell are you?
This is a private meeting. And what are you doing here?
We followed you here.
Who are you?
We were going to ask you the same question.
I'm Thomas Vilner, president of Vilner Associates, and this is my building and my conference room. Now, who are you and what are you doing here?
So is this like what you do for a living? You tear down people's homes and put up, like, skyscrapers?
We do urban renewal.
Well, why don't you, like, build new apartments instead of more office space? I mean, you know, there are, like, a lot of poor people in Chicago, okay? And they need places to live, too.
Is that why you're here, to help the poor?
Oh, yes, that's why we're here. If Thomas Vilner is planning to rob a bank, he must be doing it as a hobby. He certainly doesn't need the money.
You don't think that real estate tycoons ever do anything crooked, Frank?
I didn't say that, Steve. I'm just saying that I don't believe he's a part of Lenny Rothstein's gang.
Yeah, but what about the business with the book and the back room and everything? You know, Frank, look, I told you that I could smell a rat, and I can.
Maybe. But you got to admit, he's very generous. Look at this, a check for $1,000.
Guilty conscience. You knew we were onto him.
But we're not, Steve. We don't know any more now than we did before, and that's very little indeed.
Well, we just gotta keep trying then, Frank.
Uh-oh, look at that.
$20. Well, we'll just take it out of Vilner's check.
That's for the poor.
What are we, Frank, millionaires?
If Lenny Rothstein isn't robbing the Greater Chicago National Bank, what is he robbing? He bought this bookstore for a very specific reason. But for what?
Really, Father, it's no bother. I'm happy to show you around. It gets lonely here sometimes.
Yeah, I don't suppose you get too many visitors.
Actually, we get quite a few. But most of those people come for an audit, and by the time they're done, not many of them are in the mood for a tour.
Well, we certainly appreciate your time, Mr. Grant.
Yeah, we're trying to get into computerizing the rectory.
Believe me, it's a pleasure. This is our computer room.
It's chilly.
We keep it cool for the computers. The machines run best when the temperature's low.
Is this where you process tax returns?
Not here, sister. Tax returns for the Midwest region are processed in Kansas City. But these machines can access that national database for purposes of an audit. You've seen our mail center, and the regional administration office, and our computer room. Anything else I can show you, Father?
You don't happen to keep any money here, do you?
Oh, no. All the payments go to the Kansas City office.
Just a thought. Well, thanks for the tour, Mr. Grant. Sister, it's time we went home.
I gotta change for my youth group. Thank you.
Certainly. This way?
Nothing for him to steal in there.
What is he up to? What the... Marie? What are all these boxes doing here?
It's Father Prestwick's parish inventory system. Here, let me help you, Father. You see, he ordered all of St. Michael's supplies through the diocesan computer. I think something must have gone wrong.
I'll say something went wrong.
Frank. Looks like we have a little glitch in the system.
A glitch, huh? Phil, there must be 2,000 candles here.
Chicago ever has a blackout, we're all set.
You know, I've been going over these data forms, Frank, and I could be wrong, but I think we've lost 2 decimal points.
Decimal points.
Frank, you lose 2 decimal points and 20 becomes 2,000. Oh, I hope you don't let this little mix-up shake your faith in technology.
I have no faith in technology. Is there anything else in these boxes besides candles?
Actually, some of them have incense, but I'm not really sure which is which.
You know, I think it must be hard to find out what's in a box unless you open it.
You know, there were a lot of boxes in the back room at that bookstore.
Yes, you said they were filled with books.
Yeah, but I didn't open all of them, though. And like Marie said, it's hard to know what's in a box until you open it. I think I should go back, Frank.
Tonight?
Yes.
No.
But, Frank...
No, Steve. Until we find out what Lenny Rothstein is up to, I don't want you going anywhere near him again. That man perjured himself at Karen Howard's murder trial. He could be dangerous.
But I should look...
Some of your motorcycle friends, Father?
I'll get it.
Oh.
Hey, yo, Father, how you going?
Gator.
You remember you told me you wanted to talk to Terry Becker's rehab worker? Well, here she is.
I'm standing on line for the movie when this guy kidnaps me.
Hey, I told you, the father needs to talk to you.
Everything is all right. Miss,
Wallenga. Ruth Wallenga.
Oh, how do you do?
Are you really a priest?
Yes, I am. Please, come in. Hmm?
What's going on?
Oh, it's a long story. Marie, would you be kind enough to make some tea, please?
You got any chamomile?
So that's where he went.
Miss Wallenga, What was Terry Beckert studying at the rehab center?
Data processing, why?
Well, he's up to something, but I'm not so sure it has anything to do with data processing.
Well, whatever it is, I'm sure Terry has a scam going. He'd only taken one data processing course when he figured out how to change students' grades in our computer. So failing students paid Terry to get passing grades.
That's right, Father. Of course, I never went for it, but that's what he's doing. He's a real scammer.
People were being career certified who'd never even taken a course. Well, when we figured out what was going on, I wanted to tell Terry's parole officer. But Andrew talked me out of it.
Andrew?
Andrew Larrabee, Terry's computer teacher.
Oh, my Lord. Andrew Larrabee knew Terry Beckert?
So?
Andrew Larrabee was murdered, and Terry Beckert perjured himself trying to convict an innocent woman.
Father Dowling.
May I come in?
Of course.
Thank you. Karen, I found out that Lenny Rothstein's real name is Terry Beckert. Oh, may I?
Please.
Do you, know a man by that name?
No.
The argument that you had with Andrew the morning he was killed, what was that all about?
I thought Andrew was having an affair. I was wrong. That's why I didn't want my attorney to talk about it in court.
Why did you think he was having an affair?
He was getting these phone calls. And if I was around, he'd take him in another room. Now, Andrew and I always talked about everything, but he wouldn't talk about these phone calls. Finally, that morning, we argued about it. He said that it was a man that he knew that they were involved in some kind of computer project together, but that he was done, that he wanted to quit, and I didn't believe him.
Why didn't you believe him?
Because the person calling had a woman's name. I thought it was a woman's name. But Terry, that's a man's name too, isn't it?
Yes, Terry is a man's name, too. Lenny Rothstein's name. Karen, Lenny Rothstein killed Andrew and set you up to take the blame.
But why?
Well, that's what Sister Stephanie and I are trying to find out.
Come out where I can see you. I said come out. Hold it right there. None. Oh, figures. So where's the Padre?
He's getting the cops.
Now, don't kid a kidder, sister. If anyone else knew about this, you wouldn't be here. Some scam, though, huh? Do you know what I'm doing?
You're fixing tax returns. You're changing the numbers.
Got the idea at school. There I was, picking up chump change, helping losers cheat their grades when it hit me. Some ex-con will pay $200 for a passing grade in dental hygiene. How much could I tap a businessman to save him $500,000?
Why rob a bank when you can get paid off by the banker?
You got it. See, knock over a bank. Every score's a one-time deal. You can't go back for more. But with a scam like this, I can keep on forever. Unless somebody tries to stop me. Like Larrabee. Like you. I'm sorry, sister. If that's the way you want to play it, sister, it's okay with me. Now, what are you going to do with that? Staple me? Okay. Now it's my turn.
Hold it! Drop it.
Steve.
All right, Frank. All right.
Lenny killed Andrew Larrabee.
I believe you. Beyond a reasonable doubt.
Let's go.
Who knew we had so many pots, Marie?
One frying pan, 2 saucepans, 1 Dutch oven, 1 stock pot, and 2 omelet pans, according to Father Prestwick's inventory.
You say 2 omelet pans?
Yes, sister.
I think you mean 3. Looks like there's a couple of bugs in the system.
Father, sister, Marie, disaster.
What disaster, Phil?
The computer went down. It lost the entire information database. Everything's gone.
Everything?
Everything, Frank. Just have to start over from scratch. The bishop wants St. Michael's inventory report on his desk first thing tomorrow morning. Oh, I know it's a lot to ask, but if we each take a room and start counting, we should be done by midnight at the absolute latest. Father, darling. Sister Stephanie. Marie.
Viacom.